Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you all survived that storm. I can't remember what name it's called. Oh god, it was blowing a gale here last night, absolutely horrendous. Garden furniture was blowing around the pond. I had to remove that. I had to batten down the hatches on the pond itself. It started to blow the covers off, so I had to put the plank across, and I had to put those two pots on to hold them down. Even that I thought might not be enough. So hopefully you all survived unscathed from that terrible storm. Well, not terrible storm, but quite bad storm we had here. I know it's worse in other areas of the country. I know certain areas are up to like 90-mile-an-hour winds in places, so hopefully everything was okay. Luckily no damage here anyway. I'm sure there's a few trees around. I'm hoping when I'm back at work next week, I'll be able to get some more logs hopefully, but depends where the trees are down. But never mown up free wood. Anyway, just doing a quick check in here. Everything's fine, but we have had an issue in the bunker, so we'll have a walk round now. I noticed, I came out one day, well, came home from work one day, and I noticed that the water was down probably 1.5 to 2 inches, something like that, in the bunker. Again, out that wind still isn't perfect. Let's get in here. Yeah, so the water was down probably 1.5 inches, something like that. Oh, that's strange. Couldn't see any puddles or anything on the floor. Couldn't find any water. So I topped the water back up, kept my eye on it, and the next day it was fine. So okay, I don't know, it was weird, and it's fine for a few days with water changes, done filter cleans, everything else has been fine. And then you know, again, just come in one day, it was down again. Oh, I couldn't figure it out, couldn't at all find a leak anywhere. So I thought it's got to be leaking somewhere, so I don't know. It's not evaporating. And I came in yesterday morning and it was down like 6 inches. I thought, this is serious now. It's a really serious leak. So I topped it back up, having a good search round, and I thought, okay, I wonder if it's the ball valve on my Easy Pod waste that I replaced. So I'd losing water with that before. Not that. So the only other thing to think of, I got my temp, my version of Tempest, my upflow filter. Checked that, it felt dry, so I thought I was going to check them. The way I've got mine set up there, running down, my waste runs from my upflow filter. It's down there, and it runs under this green vat into the drain, and the pipe runs into the drain, same as the Easy Pod. So what I did, I lifted both of those out where it goes into the drain, and left them on top of the drain just to see if there's anything coming out. I run my hand under it, couldn't feel any water as such. Left it for a few hours, came back, water dropped again, and then I found it. It's actually coming from my upflow filter. So I'm assuming it's the slide valve. It's failing, the seals are failing on it. Now that slide valve hasn't been in that long, so the slide valve seals have gone. Now I'm assuming with me moving it in, drying the water out, sometimes it seals, it's in the right position, something's there and it doesn't leak. Then other times, excuse me, it's leaking. So I can't be sure about it. I was going to replace the seals, or I thought I'm going to be replacing them again soon if it's gone now. And to be honest, the seals are not that cheap really compared for what you get. But I have got this. And this is one I used before, because it has got that piece in the end. But where I've done it before, when I had to change the valve last time, my inlet valve, and put a ball valve in, I had to cut the pipe. And I had to cut the pipe that leads up to the slide valve, and I put one of those on. So what I can do with that, that will fit on like that. And what I'll do is that side there, the other end, I'm considering, I can cut the pipe and glue it in, or I'm considering doing the same again using this. So if I do need to take it apart, I can take it apart. So what I'm going to do, that end I don't think there's a. Hopefully I can find the bush for that. I'm hoping I've got the bush for that somewhere in the box. I need to look for that. I want to put a bit of pipe in that end, so I can stick that over there and over. Probably can't see down there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll replace that today. But to replace that, I've got to get my easy pod out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a thorough clean, give it a clean and a flush down, same as the upflow. I'm going to clean that, flush it out, take the easy pod out, and well, I'm only going to take it out if I can find that bit. If I can't find that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the water down at the upflow, and where the rubber comes in for now, I'm going to have to put up some, I think I might have a bung and then stop what I used. I've got one now. Yeah, I use one round there. I think I'll find something that I can block the end up just so we can keep it running, but I don't lose any water until I can get a bush for that. But I need to check my box. I think I've got a bush, but I've got to find one. I'll wait and see. So I've got to go and sort that out, and I've got to find me cement. That's been sat a while. That might not be any good. So if I'm putting a bush in there, I need to cement it in, because that up there, that is not going to fit over the top of that in any way, shape or form, and it would leak around that anyway. So yeah, right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set these up to boil the pod. Even this morning I've probably lost like a quarter inch this morning of water again, so that's going to be a pain. So anyway, I've got to top that back up. So I'm going to clean my pod and my upflow. I'm going to sort through my box. I've said it before, everybody should have a box of bits. I know I've got a box full of bits. Some of it I'll probably never use again in the rubbish, but you never know. Yeah, so that's the plan. Get these clean, sort through my box, get my bits together and make a start. So I should come back to you. Hopefully I'm going to find a thing. Either way, if I find one or not, I'll come back to you. I'll let you know what's happening. See you in a bit. Okay guys, easy pod's out. I found my bush. So what I need to do, as you can see, when I replace this one, which was a slide valve, to get it off I need to cut this, so I cut that off there and put the rubber one on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this pipe somewhere about there. I'm going to put the rubber boot on it and then get the flow rate on that. Hopefully, where's the flow rate? That will fit sort of in there. That should fit. So I get the camera right in there so we can still get to it. That's the plan. Hopefully there's enough room. If I need to, I can unscrew that, move that over a bit and alter that pipe as it goes into the drain. That really shouldn't be much of an issue. It'll make it easier if I need to take it off, and hopefully it won't leak. So yeah, next job is cut that, remove the slide valve, glue this into the other end with a section of, measure that, cut that down, put it in, and that should be a fairly quick job, and hopefully that's not going to leak. As you can see, the easy pod out. I've soaked the floor, but that'll soon dry out. Anyway, it's been awkward getting in there to cut that now. I'm sure I can do it with this hacksaw. Anyway, let me get it sorted, cut that out, and I'll come back to you when I'm putting the new one in. Okay, so we're in. As you can see, that was on there originally. I've put that one on there. Had to move the pipe over slightly to get it on that side, and luckily when it comes down and underneath into the drain, there was enough flex on the pipe. As you can see, it's not quite straight, but that's fine, just enough so I can get it into the drain. So hopefully, actually that needs to be locked. Hopefully that's not going to leak. I ain't got to worry about that again. So luckily, yeah, easy enough to do. I was sitting there, I thought I'm getting bloody hot, and I forgot there's my ducting pipe there for heat, because my heater's running. I was right over the top of it, so I had to turn my heater down. So it's getting a bit too hot in here. But yeah, that's done now. I've now got to get the EasyPod back in and try and figure out where I had all these wires and make sure they're all out of the way. I think they were on the floor. I'll work them out. There's wires there and air pipes. I need to make sure I got in the right place. So I think there's nothing else I need to do over there while the EasyPod's out. So I think I'm now going to fit the EasyPod back in. And that was a bit awkward because it's very tight to get this one back on, remember rightly. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to get that back up. I won't know if that's leaking or not now until I have it running, set up and running, and I'll see if the water drops again. And I've still got what I want to do today as well. I want to find some, I've got some empty tubs for this. I've got to put these in these plastic tubs. I know there's one over there. So I've got some for the wheat germ. I'm going to stick all these in tubs and that'll be out of the way. So, right, I'm waffling on, not baffling on. I'm waffling on. Let's get this EasyPod back in. Okay, EasyPod back in. So the mom's truth, now I'm going to fill it up. Don't know if that's, I've obviously got to check if that's going to leak or not on the one end. Because that one end that screws on this left hand side doesn't seem quite right to me. I don't know if I've mixed up the fittings between that one and that one when I had them, but hopefully it's sealed, so hopefully it's going to seal it straight and hopefully it don't leak. There's only one way to find out. So I'm going to open all my slide valves back up, and the main one is going to fill the EasyPod. Go. Wait for it to fill up. Put it in later. Right, now I know the water's up higher than that at the moment, so I'm going to check there, just down there. Well, water's up here somewhere at the moment now, so can't feel anything there, so I think we're sealed on that, and until that's running, let's get the thing. Water's a bit low because I filled that up, but let's get the water running. Okay, water is now running, so we've got to draw this off. It was wet when I done it. Excuse the camera footage. So that's all from when I did it before. And my return. I can't feel anything, and I can't see anything, so I think we're okay on that. That's all sealed nice. The only one I know if that's working or not dripping down the drain is when I top the water back up, because I'm about inch and a half to 2 inches down now. So let's top that back up and I'll let it sit for a few hours and see if it drops. So I'm going to start topping this up, sort my air out, and I'll get onto my weight show, and I'll come back to you. Okay guys, so it's been 2 or 3 days, I don't know how long it's been now, about 3 days. I've done a clean on it as well to make sure that's all working, and I gotta say, spot on, not lost any water since, so it was definitely that slide valve. And I've got to say, I think in the future any jobs that I can do, if I can get a ball valve on it, I'm going to use a ball valve. I'm not going back to slide valves if I can, unless I really have to. If it's something that's going to be used very rarely, maybe consider it, but any other jobs I'm going to do in the future where I need some sort of cut off valve, if I can fit a ball valve in, I'm going to fit a ball valve. And to be honest, the price difference, it's not that much. Yes, you can buy very expensive ball valves, but the ones I've got, I think they were like 18, 16 quid. Maybe not even that, it's been a while since I bought them, but somewhere around the 15, 16 pound mark. And I think for a slide valve you're looking at 12 quid. And if you want to replace the seals, you're probably looking at 8 or 9 pound just for the seals. So ball valve all the way for me. I'm going to keep away from slide valves if I can. But yeah, really happy that's done and sorted now. I want to say big thank you to, again, well not again, I'm not again. A big thank you to everybody who sent me some birthday wishes. Had a fabulous time on my birthday, a lovely meal, a nice steak meal. So I had a really good birthday, so thank you to everybody who sent me birthday wishes. Yeah, so still haven't got round to starting the main filter yet. I've really got to get onto that, but the weather's been absolutely awful, really cold, and then we had some warm-ish weather, very ish. But the winds, wow, we had some horrendous winds. I think it must be like 60, 70 mile an hour here again. And again last night, it was howling wind last night. I know there's been a lot of damage in the area, but thankfully, touch wood, we've been lucky here, haven't had any damage or anything, so hopefully it will settle down a bit now. But I've got to get on to starting that shower. I want to move and stuff around in there. Updates on the heater. Heater's been doing absolutely fantastic. What we're at now, water is at 18.1, so I'm very happy with what the water's doing. Obviously it's got a little warmer because it's warmer outside. When we had, I think we went to like -6, -7. The water went down to, I think it was 17.1. We just went down gradually. It wasn't a major drop. We went to 17.1. I could have kept the water up, but I've had to turn my heater right up, and that would have used a hell of a lot more diesel. But it's around, on that cold night, it's probably 2.5 litres, something like that, in that 24 hours. So that's not bad at all. On the warmer nights, it's probably around the 2, so use about half a litre more. But very happy with the heater. Really happy with the ball valve. So yeah, not much else going on. I think I said I sorted my food out a couple of days ago. That's all in tubs now. So yeah, don't know what the next job is going to be, but anyway, I've got to start that. I know I've still said it again. I've got to sort my shed out. Oh my god, what a mess. I'll have to take you in there just to show you one day. I'll put more stuff in there. And I needed something the other day. I needed something when I was doing this. Like, oh my god, I can't find a thing in there. I had to go to my van and get one out of the van. But I've got one in the shed. Anyway, never mind. That's another job to do. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that bell for your notifications. Pop on over to Facebook and Instagram. So until the next one, stay safe. Job's a good one.